A very good day to all. I thank everyone present here, as well as the people behind this event, to give us this amazing opportunity. I'm here with my partner in life and work to explain our project, our home, Urvi.
Namaskaram. I thank you even IIA Kerala Center to prompt us to work on the drawings since Urvi merely had any drawings or detailing even post construction. Okay. So मैं सबको एक कहानी सुनाना चाहता हूँ. So Urvi's story begins with my search to find an ideal plot where I could build a home for myself and my family, a family of 5 members and 2 labs. Since we both were the client and the architect, a lot of factors came into play. So being a nomadic family and have traveled and lived in multiple cities and homes, we got adapted to all sort of environment. So we ended up discovering this beautiful contoured plot. Move on, no? Beautiful contoured plot with road access at the highest point and gradually descending towards the east with an amazing elevated view. By good fortune, we happened to reach the site quite early morning and we got an amazing sunrise, and that's when we decided to log this site. But this story hit a pause when COVID-19 pandemic struck, halting the construction of Urvi at 14th stage. Moving fast forward to March 2023, Urvi's work resumes when I meet this beautiful woman who I instantly fall for. So as we begin dating and our families meet, discussions of marriage arise, prompting me to prioritize the construction of our home before the wedding. Like a typical Mallu guy, "Gar nahi to shadi nahi." So the constraints of time, budget, finances, oncoming wedding celebrations, and the necessity for efficient and timely execution, as well as future expansion plans, all played very crucial points in shaping Urvi. Next. So imagine a home where less is definitely more, a place where rough edges are admired and imperfections are celebrated. That's basically Urvi. Here, beauty isn't about being perfect, but about embracing the simple and the genuine. So the fast phase construction of Urvi began, and within a span of 7 months, we could complete its construction, along with a scope of future development. After so many initial zoning and finalizing a basic column layout, most of the design discussions were taken on site. I still remember how many of our romantic dates were on site, spending most of the time there, finalizing the levels, the volumes, the textures, the proportions based on the different levels of site. Carved into the terrain, Urvi is divided in 4 levels, linked internally by a pair of staircases and externally by landscape steps, offering a playful space for our 2 labs to be romantic and to explore across different levels of the tiers. It's basically an inverted house with floor area increasing as we move up each level. During excavation, we found that the lowermost part of the site had loose soil, and hence we had to dig around 14 feet to lay down a firm strata for the foundation. This resulted in the organic formation of basement, and to match the road level at the highest point, heights of the basement and mezzanine level were fixed to 8.5 feet. The basement level was the first to take shape. Initially, we planned this shape as a space as a party launch where I could invite my friends and clients for an occasional drinks and all. But ironically, this space happened to use by my father, where he celebrates his practice of astrology and chants Om Mangalam Mangalam. And this mantras hit the whole house in the morning and pacing back and forth within the extended landscape space. So
like Ashwin said before, this level is only about 8.5 feet high. Yet it seems spacious due to the hammock space that connects it visually to the level above. Strategically placed tinted glasses become dynamic artwork which allows natural light from the east to form a colorful mosaic on the floor, on the pattern tile below. Tucked in controlled dimensions, we managed to solve the staircase for this level, and at the same time we were able to accommodate a space for a sewing machine. Moving up the staircase, we reach the mezzanine level, which accommodates the suspended hammock that invites you to read, unwind, and feel lighter than the air. This level also houses our sister's bedroom. In a way, it's her kingdom, where she works, dances, and shoots video. And next level is the living area. It's mostly family-centric area, which accommodates the living area, kitchen, dining space, brother's bedroom, and mom's bedroom. And our mom's bedroom is placed in a way that it has direct access, an alternate direct access to the kitchen, so that we can make her movement easier through the space. Also, she's a person who loves to cook and spends most of her time in kitchen. So we tried to place the kitchen and a balcony, a utility balcony, right next to the kitchen so that she can enjoy the view towards the east and the valley at the same time while she is using the kitchen. The staircase that you see here, um, the staircase that you see here is only 5.5 feet wide, but doesn't feel narrow because it opens up to the expansive living, dining, kitchen area. And it actually connects all the levels visually. The unexpected bumps and dips that you see on the walls are not flaws, but playful variations thanks to the AAC block used in the structure. These become stage for colors and textures to blend, adding depth and visual interest to the story. Now, what you see here is the family courtyard and a puja space. The landscape steps towards the road also acts as a seating space for our family members for when they want to relax over a cup of tea. This is also a second entry to our home. Next comes the topmost level, which houses the parking, a guest lounge, master bedroom with an attic space above and an open-to-sky courtyard. Canopy covered with bamboo and terracotta jalis make interesting pattern in the guest receiving area. The guest lounge receives clients and visitors and serves a calming space for interactions and discussions. Finally, the bedroom. Now, this becomes our primary space where we often find ourselves enjoying the breathtaking view and each other's company. Moreover, when friends visit, they tend to gravitate over this area. It has a very cozy seating space which is adorned with elephant skin kadapa stone, and it enhances the overall calming experience to the space. Additionally, we have this balcony in our bedroom, which serves as a spot for occasional smoke breaks. An attic space in this bedroom also acts as an additional space for when friends stay over for the night. This attic is intended to turn into a part of an office in the future. The rustic finish of stone in bathroom gives a surreal feeling. Experiencing the rain and moonlight rush right into your bathroom feels just amazing.
Achieving iconic and luxurious interior decors and finishes proved to be financially out of reach for us. Birch ply became a recurring element in our design, which incorporated itself into wall panels, furniture, storage units, and headboards and all. Through meticulous planning, resourceful material utilization, and cost-effective methods to enhance the interior charm in a very modest manner, we managed to stay within a budget of 5 lakhs for this 4,000 square feet home. Urvi is still a work in progress, and as we progress, should everything go as anticipated, our intention is to transform this open terrace into an office area later. Moreover, in the event of relocation, Urvi will still evolve as a co-living, co-working space, welcoming guests to experience its beauty.
Urvi is more than just a house. It's a living poem to simplicity, a reminder that true beauty lies in the raw, the genuine, and the imperfect. It's an invitation to slow down, appreciate the quiet moments, and find solace in the things that make life truly special. Thank you.
I miss Palinda Saria. We miss Palinda Saria.
No, we shouldn't miss too many people. That's all right. He would only add to that what he is saying. No? I think so. Yes, well, he has probably other things to do right now. And on his Sunday, yes. As I saw the first set of images that you had submitted, I was very thrilled to see a very colorful set of images. But once we visited it, many more things opened up.
Yes.
One of the main issue that you also raised today in your beginning of your presentation was the relation of the inside to the natural habitat,
Yeah.
to the environment
Yes.
at the distance and nearby, your gardens. With that in perspective, otherwise the work is very playful, very, one can enjoy walking up and down the staircase. Maybe the way these units are split, do in long term, you will experience, you are the client for yourself now, you will experience a disconnect in the spaces because there's not real continuity of many spaces in one floor. It always gets disjoint between floor to floor. So you will keep fit, I'm very sure, because you will be walking so much every day, up and down, kitchen, dining, bedrooms, living room, studio. Now you have introduced, I didn't notice that. There was a little mezzanine that is going to be converted into the office, which is another set of exercise. But I wish you all the best doing these exercises, but that's my critique on this work.
Hi. Yeah, first on Palindas, I can imagine that might be a thing on the juries right now. But since when we were bouncing around Kerala, watching these, seeing these projects, it's almost like a 20s road trip. We did actually discuss all the projects in fair detail. So I think you can rest assured that the feedback that you would be getting is going to be a collective feedback, not so much an individual thing. That's also been recorded for the organizers, so that won't be missing. I think what we collectively did feel in this is that, I mean, I almost feel a little infringing in giving a critique on this because it's such a personal project and it's your home. And I think that's really special because so many houses that we saw were, and it's nothing to do with the architects, but unoccupied. You know, large, beautiful houses which lack actually the infusion of people in the space. And, you know, awards are a very specific thing because typically what happens is in a project, you have a set of circumstances and challenges and you meet them. Awards become abstract. You are going to be evaluated as per the outcome amongst your peers. And when you look at your circumstances in terms of, you know, you're doing your marriage and the house together, and there's COVID, and there's costs and all of it, and as you have well explained, you know, you managed it all, and it's a happy, inviting house. The interiority, and I'll stress that this is actually right now, the category is interiors of the thing. The two things that come out, one is I think because you were on site and sort of doing it as you come along, there are things that one sees that you recognized on site and you implemented. So it has this nice immediacy and surprises and spatial quality to some spaces, which sometimes, you know, a very studio-based and execute on site thing misses out. But the flip is also evident. Like, you know, you miss a certain maturity of the process, which everything is happening on the go. And this is, again, I will say, in the space that we are evaluating it right now. And then the second part is that, you know, the frugality that you're talking about is well done in terms of the costs that you have managed, which are great. Having said that, even in this cycle and many others, you will see the frugality being translated into a aesthetic that is elevated, that is not a compromise. That you can be eclectic but still have an experience where that frugality and simplicity has a meditative quality, not a sense of something that you're struggling within. And we all felt that the site was so stunning that you had that landscape. In the last scheme, we saw that they had to create a landscape. You guys have it. And the interior spaces are almost struggling with it rather than letting it in. And I think this is a thing that we always struggle with, the abundance of something sometimes, where you have views in all directions, not all directions, but the main direction the house faces. And then there's so much of it that we almost forget how to actually frame it. Letting the view in, you know, you can just do that and it's great. But in the interior spaces, the views themselves could have been massive canvases. They're there and they're pleasant and they're wonderful. But the space really sort of like fights against its own strengths in some places. But that aside, given the objectives you had set for yourself in that space, your cost and your struggles and your time and the pressures, as a home, it's wonderful and lovely, and it generates a very happily lived in quality, which I think some of the photographs that we initially saw also translated. There's a sense of joy about the whole thing. So sort of good on that. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
So definitely we are planning to demolish some walls later. So it's a work in progress, basically.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to the next presentation. Number 7/1009, Sareen Hojang Jamshed ji.